Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be going over MDM profiles, both the MDM profiles you can deploy right out of the box through Addigy and the profiles that you can create that are a little bit more custom to you. I think MDM profiles are powerful for two different things. The first is enforcing and deploying settings to devices. And the second is giving users access to resources, things like printers or Wi-Fi networks. So let's dive into the Addigy profiles first. So in Addigy, we're going to go to our catalog and then MDM profiles, and we're going to click new. And in here, you have a list of the ones Addigy has pre-built for you. So these are the most common ones that you would probably deploy. You can filter by what kind of device they'll work for here. So if I only want to see Mac OS, I can do that. Or if I want to see ones that only work with iPad and iPhone, I can do that. So we're going to dive into a couple examples here of profiles. The first I want to highlight is the passcode. So going in here, all you have to do is name it. And then you can walk through your settings here. So if there are some things you don't want to enforce one way or another, you can choose to include or not include those settings. So let's say we want to not allow a simple passcode, have it require at least one letter or number. And then we want to set a minimum password length. We can do that. So once we have our settings the way we want it here, we can click Create Profile. From there, all we have to do is deploy it like we would anything else. So we can do that from the three-dot menu here by going to Assignments. And then we're going to push that out to my demo team. So the next thing I want to go over is what happens if there's a setting you want to change that isn't already pre-built in Addigy. That's where importing a custom profile comes into play. So I use a great app, which I would recommend. You can get it from the App Store. It's called iMazing Profile Editor. So this is what it looks like here. So again, you can filter by Mac OS, tvOS, watchOS, iOS, whatever. What is really cool about this is you can, they have a lot more options built out for different settings you may want to deploy. And a specific example of something that I use a ton of is Microsoft Auto Update. So if we scroll down here, you can see they have a bunch of settings for third-party apps built. So if we go in for Microsoft Auto Update, we can configure all of these settings about how updates check, the frequency that they're going to check, all kinds of stuff you can dive into. So let's just say we have all of our settings built for this. We can save it and just call it Microsoft Auto Update Test. I'm going to just put it on my desktop. So then what you can do is you can import that. So you click New again, and you click Custom Profile. And we're going to say it's only for Mac OS. We're going to select that, select our profile, and then we are going to click Create Profile. Now I didn't name it correctly, so it's just showing up as untitled, but you can see that's what it would look like. It shows up as a custom profile there, and you could deploy as normal. I think this is great because it really gives you a ton of things you can do out of the box without having to look into the XML code yourself. I mean, they have things all the way from Logic to Google Chrome. I mean, they just have a ton of stuff in here that can make situations really easy to set up and deploy certain settings. Thanks for watching today's video. If you have any questions about profiles, or you have specific things you're wondering if you can do with profiles, or if you have just more questions about Addigy or MDM in general, feel free to let me know. I can be reached at Marshall_CIT on the Mac Admin Slack channel, Marshall@CranstonInc.com via email, or at CranstonIT.com. Thanks for watching.